6.19 Implementation Approaches. Already explained to you in real life or in programming, we implement jobs, we perform jobs in two phases. First one is design, second one is implementation. Design means all mental work, whatever mental work we perform before actual implementation, physical implementation started, that is called design. Already I have given an example. You want to go for a 15 days holiday trip. Before that, whatever mental exercise from the point of getting idea, conceiving idea to starting implementation, whatever mental work you perform, that is all design. Thereafter, you implement the job. You physical implementation, like reserving tickets, reserving hotels, and reserving other facilities, etc. So, now let us see the implementation approaches. Actually, implementations, if we analyze any job in real life or in programming, three possibilities are there. Three possible ways of implementation is there. The first way is sequential approach. Sequential approach. Many jobs we sequentially implement. Sequentially implement. Suppose you read the book, how you read? Line by line, first line, second line, third line, fourth line, like that you read. Thereafter, first page, second page, after second page is over, third page over, fourth page, like that. Most jobs we perform sequentially. That is the default approach. Default approach. Second one, selective approach, selection. Selection approach. Actually, you have to find the meaning of a word like passion. Passion. In a big dictionary, before passion, you may find at least 50,000 words. Around 50,000 words. Will you search the meaning, search the word in the sequential order from starting from A? No. So, here, sequential approach is not prudent. You have to, it is the most inefficient. Before that, minimum 50,000 words you have to set. Understand? So, this approach, sequential approach is not suitable. Then which approach you follow? All the words in the dictionary are alphabetically sorted in ascending order. So, you see for top index, and you find somewhere, you find that, suppose you open the book, because P is the 15th character in ABC, then above 50 you open. Suppose as soon as open, what is your condition? Your condition is pass, PAS, and you open the dictionary, you find NAT. This is condition is wrong. Condition is wrong. What is your condition? Top index should be PAS, but your condition is you got NAT. It is not true. It is not true. Then what you do? You go towards right. Then as soon as open, you got rat. This is also not true. Then PQR. You come towards left. Then after a few attempts, then you can get pass. When you get pass, you know that in this page the passion is there. Then you set sequentially. Then somewhere you can find the word passion. Understand? So you can realize with a simple example, you can realize in this case sequential approach is not a right approach. It is very inefficient. I never say it is impossible, but it is the most inefficient approach. That's why selective approach. In selective approach, always a condition is there. condition may be true or false. Wherever one condition is there, it is true or false. If it is true, you behave in one fashion. If it is false, you behave in one fashion, other fashion. The condition is false, then you are behaving, you are going towards right. Again, the condition is false, you are going towards left. Then ultimately you, after a few futile attempts, you find path. Then you are searching sequentially and you are tracing that word. That is called selective approach. There more instead of making around 50,000 attempts, you are making maximum 10 attempts. You are able to find. And the third approach is iterative approach. Iterative approach means repetitive approach. Repetitive approach means some jobs, these two ways are not sequenced, not apt, and a special approach is required. You have 1 liter mug and you have to pour 10 liters of milk. Then what you do? You have to perform that job repetitively. How many times? You have to repeat the job for 10 times sequentially, 10 times, one after one. Then ultimately your job is performed. So in this case, you know how many repetitive actions are required. Same action you are repeating. So how many repetitive actions are required, you know. In some other cases, you may not know how many repetitions are required. Just understand it is a milk, example milk. Through examples, always remember. Then you can easily remember, you can produce them well in the exam, and your evaluator will be most pleased with this explanation. Next one, you take poem. You have to learn by heart a poem. Learn by heart a poem. Then what you do? You recite. How many times you recite? Until you memorize. Can you tell me one figure? Not possible. Not possible. N number of repetitions you have to make. Person to person differs. Poem to poem it differs. So, N. After achieving the task, after memorizing the poem, you can understand how many iterations are required. These are the three approaches. You analyze any job, then you can implement either by sequential approach or selective approach or iterative approach or combination of 2 or 3. Now you see in the dictionary case, first one is selective approach. By selection, you are getting that page where passion word is there. Thereafter, what you are doing? There are many words which start with the PAS. Then ultimately, in a sequential approach, you set all of them. Somewhere you find passion. Understand? So we implement jobs either one or more of the three approaches in real life, and in programming languages also. For implementation of the job, control structures are provided for sequential, for selection, for iterative. Different control structures are provided, and next 2 chapters, that is 7th and 8th chapter. In 7th chapter, selective approach or selective control structures. 8th chapter, iterative approach or iterative control structures. That those are simply called loop control structures. We study thoroughly. By that, we can implement jobs in an efficient way. There are many alternatives are available. Out of that, best we can choose and implement our job.